Remember those summers long ago. Footprints and Unleashed were made at Blackwood Recording with Jamie Meyerson. And when we were finishing Unleashed, we knew that it was going to be the last record we do together because Jamie was relocating to Kansas City, and he was going back to his roots of really just being a mix engineer and not bringing artists in to make a record from scratch, from start to finish, you know. So I knew that, you know, whatever record I was going to make next was going to be somewhere else and with someone else. But secretly, that was kind of scary to me. It was kind of daunting. And so we finished making Unleashed in November of 2017. I sat on that record for a little while, putting out some singles, and the actual full-length record didn't go out until like the spring of 2019. And I was starting to write some new songs, but I wasn't really thinking about making a record. I was just writing songs. And then, of course, some time went by, and I was thinking, well, maybe I need to start thinking about making a record. And I went to one studio and toured it and met with one of the owners there and hit it off with him and thought, all right, well, when I'm ready to make a record, I'll probably do it here. And again, didn't think about it for a while, but was still writing songs and demoing and stuff like that. And one day, middle of August 2020, I just had an epiphany, like, I'm ready to make a record. Damn it, I'm making a record. And it was sort of like, well, how the hell am I, where am I going to make it? Who am I going to make it with? I know there's going to be a lot of unknowns making this record and a lot of new people to work with, but I can call my buddy Chris D'Antonio, who has played on all my other records too, and at least I can maybe get the ball rolling for this record with him. He's a familiar face, someone who I know and love to work with, and that'll get my energy going, and so I'm ready to dive into making this record. And conveniently, he lived only like a few blocks away from another studio called Gradwell House, where he had cut like 3 records of his own. And so I just thought, well, Chris, since you're so close to Gradwell, we can just, you know, cut your guitar tracks there. And, you know, I was thinking I would take those tracks and go to another studio and you know, finish my record there. But one thing led to another, and I just fell in love with Gradwell. You know, I'll admit that the first couple sessions, you know, driving home, it was kind of weird. I'm like, oh my god, I just had a studio session without Jamie. That was different. But, you know, eventually once the songs kind of start, you know, revealing themselves and becoming bigger, all that went away because all you're focused on is just making great music. And as long as the music's coming along, and it's like, it just started to feel like home very, very fast. I'm always happiest when I'm making a record. I was pretty damn happy making Edge. Oh.